Matt Wilkerson here. I am on the go one more time. Let me explain to you why I'm going to introduce you to this individual. I do business with people that I only know, like, and trust. This is an individual that I know I can trust, and I know you can trust him as well. This is Mike Mathews with Mathews Marketing Creative. A lot of people know him as the smarter marketer, and we're going to tell you the reason why. If you watch this video all the way to the end, he's got a very special offer for you. I've heard something's for free. But if you want to take a look at this, watch the video. He's got some valuable information for you, and at the end, he's going to tell you how you can take advantage of a great offer. We're going to get some questions from Mike, and we're going to show you what is one of the biggest mistakes that we make when building our business and starting off business. What is the biggest mistake that small business owners, even on up to Fortune 500 companies, make?
Matt, great question. And first, let me qualify. I'm not smarter than most people. Most people, when they say the smarter marketer, who is that guy? Or who is that guy? There's a reason. Same words, very different interpretation. From startup mom and pop shops to local entrepreneurs, all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Overwhelmingly, the biggest mistake that people make in business is they don't understand the idea that they need to either attract or repel. Let me explain. Most people in business, logically, they want to get the people to say yes to their products. If I'm a younger and much better looking Matt Wilkerson, what I'm trying to do when I'm starting my business, sell cell phones, build relationships, touch people's lives. Mm-hmm. And we understand, we want to get people to say yes. But what inevitably happens is we contract shiny object syndrome, yes, where whatever comes into our life at that moment, we're trying to use to get people to say yes.
Okay.
So, bringing it more in focus, most people spend 95% of their time in this wonky area in the middle. 95% of our time trying to attract business by trying to persuade people to buy my cell phone or not buy my cell phone. If you're spending 95% of your time here, how much time, Mr. Wilkerson, are you spending here?
Looks like 5%.
So,
wow.
Would you consider that it would be more valuable to automate this selling, to automate this relationship building, so that you only spend your time here, that you don't spend 1 second of your time any longer in sales mode, in relationship build mode, but you spend it just on the people who are potentially interested in your product?
Seems like it'd be much more efficient. Let me ask you another question. Attract, repel. We know that. How would I do that if I'm not such a tech-savvy person? Today's 2017. How do I do that?
And that's great, because it's one thing to know this, but people say knowledge is power. Folks, knowledge is only potential power. You need to know specifically what to do. Okay? So, how do we attract new business? When I work with a customer as a marketing director on demand, or I'm building a website for them, or whatnot, we always look for the biggest lever that you can pull in your business. And traditionally, once companies get clear as to who they want to be as an organization when they grow up, in their dream, and they're functioning at 100% efficiency, where do they want to be? Once we're clear on that, because that's essential, you need to know where you want to be, where you want to end up. Because as Tony Robbins says, 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. The question is where?
Yeah.
So, once we figure out, so let's say that myself, a much less attractive Matt Wilkerson, wants to sell cell phones. Okay? I know, let me ask you, I'm not going to try to make this up. Who's your target market? Who's your target niche? Predominantly. I know you'll sell a cell phone to anybody, but get specific.
A large one for me are assisted living facilities.
Great.
That's huge.
Great. So one of your target niches is assisted living communities. So then I want to say, okay, what is the biggest leverage point that I can pull in my business to attract and get my message in front of potential decision makers in assisted living communities?
Yeah.
The biggest leverage point for most businesses that you can pull is not Google Ads, It's Facebook.
And everybody's on Facebook.
Everybody's on Facebook. Listen, there are, as of the end of 2016, there are 1.9 billion, not million, billion active users on Facebook.
Wow.
And over 1 billion Facebook users log in each and every day. That is not simply a piece of technology. Facebook is another continent. And here's why it's the biggest leverage point you can pull. It's scary, folks. Big Brother knows everything. But as a business owner, what you can do is you can strategically target, all right, Matt Wilkerson, I want to focus on people within a 25-mile radius of downtown square Ocala. I want to focus on people that are ages 50 plus. I want to only attract people who work in or live in senior living facilities. You need to ask yourself a question. Do I want assisted living or do I want independent living? Because that's a very different thing.
Very specific.
Very specific. The more specific you can be, the better job you can do.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I've bought into Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, I know it's going to work for me.
Right.
How do I get involved in this, be productive without spending a ton of money?
Okay. Well, first of all, most people think, I don't have to spend money on Facebook, I post every day. Lie. Here's why that's a lie. I like your page. Personally, I like your page.
Okay.
I only see 1 out of every 20 posts that you post. Here's why. Scroll down your newsfeed, folks. What do you see? Every 5th or 6th story is a paid ad.
Yes.
So there's a very big difference between advertising on Facebook and posting. If you want to make sure you get seen, you have to advertise. Don't let that scare you, folks. You can spend as little as $5 a day only on the days that you want to spend. But you need to target specifically, not boost a post to throw $20 in Mark Zuckerberg's pocket. All right? So for you, Matt, I want to focus on Facebook. I want to target, in this specific test, 25-mile radius of Ocala, downtown Ocala.
Okay.
I want to focus on senior living. And I would suggest, because I'm not smarter, do 2 ads, $5 a day on one, $5 on another. Target just independent living and just assisted living. Find out what's performing better for you.
See what works better.
So the way that Facebook traditionally works is I have an offer. Okay, I want to give some free value to somebody so they think that I know what I'm talking about and they trust me, that I'm an expert in the industry. I hate that word expert, but people use it. So what I want to do, the way that traditionally works on Facebook, is I figure out what that offer is, I then create an ad that targets and drill down as specific as you can when you're targeting. So Facebook, 25-mile radius of downtown Ocala, senior living, they have an average household income annual of $50,000 or $100,000, whatever it is. They like Tony Robbins, they hate Garth Brooks, they lean Republican. You can drill down as much as you want.
Get really detailed.
The more specific you can be, the better job you're going to do at attracting the right customer.
Okay.
And then to do that, once they click on your ad, it will generally go to a landing page that you set up that they have to enter their name and their email address to get that free offer, which will automatically be driven to your MailChimp or Constant Contact, and we'll start emailing those people.
Okay, so the opt-in rate, what is the percentage of people that are going to actually trade their information with you?
Well, that's it. People protect their email address.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, I don't want all kinds of spam coming into my email. We already get way too much of that.
Yeah.
A good opt-in rate in traditional marketing this way on Facebook, you're lucky to get 20%. If you get 20%, that is, you're through the roof.
But 20% of the thousands worth of people,
That you've already paid for.
that guy can be big.
Because you're not paying on Facebook for what people actually sign up. You pay for either, depending on the way your ad's set up, either the impressions that people see your ad or the clicks that you get. Okay? So Facebook 30 days ago, and by the time some people see this video, it might be past 30 days ago, but recently, Facebook has changed the game completely. Now, where you used to have to rely on people to click your ad and then evaluate your offer and then decide whether or not they're going to enter their email address, there's 3 and 4 steps and decisions that you're relying on a human being to take. What Facebook has done, Matt, is they say, if Mike Mathews clicks on Matt Wilkerson's ad, they are going to give Mike Mathews' email address that he signed up for Facebook for or with to Matt Wilkerson.
Okay.
Then what Matt Wilkerson has to do is manually go into Facebook and download that email address as a spreadsheet and upload it into MailChimp or whatever. Okay? That's great in concept, but Facebook only completed one half of the process. Because what does that do? That just created you all kinds of work. And if you say, okay, every morning at 9 o'clock, I'm going to go download the email addresses. Well, what if Mike Mathews signed up at 9:13?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get your email to the next day, and by that time, I've already forgotten about you.
You've moved on.
See you later. Facebook didn't finish the process. Very recently. And I will tell you, I thought this was a complete BS. But I said, hey, I'm going to invest in it and try it. I acquired a new technology where if you click on my ad, that email is automatically given to me. Not just available for me to go get. It is a third-party piece of software that will connect legally, 100% legally, with Facebook and with your email platform.
Regardless what time of day.
Regardless,
Okay.
in real time.
Okay.
If Mike Mathews clicks on Matt Wilkerson's, new iPhone 13 ad,
Yeah.
okay?
At 1:21
At
in the afternoon.
1:21 in the afternoon or 1:21 in the morning,
Okay.
Mike Mathews clicks that ad. This software grabs Mike Mathews' email address, puts it into Matt Wilkerson's MailChimp or Constant Contact account, and sends information to Mike Mathews within 30 seconds.
That can be big.
It could be. I'm a cynic. I thought it was garbage. I did a test. $5. That's why I limited my spend. A $5 ad on Facebook for 24 hours. After 24 hours, I got 211 people that clicked on the ad.
Nice.
And I got 211 people in my MailChimp, and 211 people got my initial, hey, I'm Mike Mathews, thanks for clicking on my ad. I'm committed to changing people's lives, and here's how I can help you.
Nice.
That changes the game. Not Google, not spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Working smarter, not harder. And that's how I help other people be smarter marketers.
Awesome. Okay, so say they want to take advantage of this.
Right.
How do they reach you?
Well, I actually give that new piece of technology that I've acquired away for free to my customers. Okay. I'm going to make an offer for people who are seeing this video, who watched the length of this video,
Okay.
a special offer for people who know you.
Okay.
If they email me at win@thesmartermarketer.me, my customers win. That's
Okay.
why it's win@thesmartermarketer.me. And they say, Mike, here's the biggest thing that I'm struggling with in my business. And they're honest with me. Not a one sentence, hey, I want a free consultation, but I'm really struggling to put money and food on the table for my family. I need to grow my business. I need to grow my business now, and here's why. If they allow themselves to be just slightly vulnerable, I will give them a 30-minute consultation for free over the phone. I will give them my personal cell phone number. They can call me or I'll call them. We'll set up a time. They can tell me what's going on with their business, what they're struggling with, and for free, I will say, okay, if this was my business and my money on the line and the lives of my family on the line, this is what I would do in the right sequence today, for free. Then I will also send them a free guide on the Facebook basics and what they need to know to take power into their hands right now. If they want to dive deeper with me. And I'm not here to sell, I'm here to give people a different way of thinking about their business.
Yeah.
But if they want more information on how they can work with me, should they choose to work with me, not only will I give them heavily discounted rates because they're friends of yours, I will take the first 10% that they spend with me, and that's going to my church. The next 10%, I will donate to a charity of their choice. I'm here to touch people's lives. I don't worry about money. You take care of people, you do them right, and money's a byproduct. I don't worry about that.
Your success is seeing them be successful.
Imagine that.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, well, I'll tell you, win@thesmartermarketer.me. That is the way you contact this individual. You see me on Facebook promoting several businesses, but if you notice, I only promote businesses that are credible and that I know, like, and trust. This individual I trust. If you want to help get your business to the next level, you've got to check this out. Contact him, send him an email, whatever you need to do. but he can take you to the next level. The Smarter Marketer. We thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome, buddy.